Hey guys, in this lesson, I'm going to show you how to properly save your photos to our student shares drive and to the Jostens Monarch system. Now, it's important that we do both. I cannot stress this enough. Don't skip the shares drive part, okay? So you need to do both steps in this process, and it's um, not difficult. Um, it's easy to do, and it's the best way for us to keep organized, especially if things go remote this year. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is obviously get access to our photo. So you can, um, airdrop your photo. You can email your photo to yourself. If you do, make sure you're using the full size. Um, we want to have access to our photo. We want the full size image. Um, so make sure, guys, if you're getting photos from other people's cell phones, make sure they text you the full image size. And I'll show you guys how to check that later. Okay? So I'm going to use this goofy photo of mine from last year, our portrait photo. Now, once we have our photo on our desktop or on our computer, the first thing we want to do is rename it properly. Okay? So you're going to get, I made this number up, but you're going to get some funky numbers running across the photos as soon as you get them. So the first thing you want to do is rename them. And remember, we have a process for renaming. We have a style. We want to do last name, right? And I'm just going to act like I took this photo, so I'm going to put Varka. We want to put the subject. So I'm going to put self-portrait because it's a self-portrait. And then we want to put the date. So it is August 26th, so I'm going to put 8/26. I'm going to put 2020. Make sure we put, as long as it's 2020, make sure we put the full 2020 so we know what we're talking about. Okay? Once it's saved properly or renamed properly, go ahead and hit return, and now you see the name has changed. Okay? So now the photo's at least looking like we want it to. The next thing we want to do is go to our 2021 Grandview Student Publications folder. Now you can find this on our Schoology page, right here, the Grandview Publications Google Drive. So you want to go to this page. Now here you got to make some decisions. Okay? For this, I'm going to, because it's a yearbook specific exercise, I'm just going to use the 2021 View Yearbook folder. And this is where we're going to keep like any sort of graphic images that we need, or any sort of like personal work that you guys do, you can keep here. But most of our photos will be saved in one of these folders right here. Okay? So we go to the View Yearbook. We want to go to one of the student folders. And here's what you're going to do. You are going to make a folder for yourself. So I'm going to go to File, New Folder. I'm going to go M. Varka. I'm going to put my first initial and last name. Now I have my folder here that I can put all of my stuff in and break it up how you'd like to do. Okay? So, since this is going to be practice with uploading in Monarch, I'm going to make another folder inside of there to stay as organized as possible. And so I'm going to call it uploading/Monarch practice. Create that folder, crack that open, and then I'm going to, you can either do this from the desktop, or if you have your photo open, you can grab that little JPEG image right there, drop it into your folder, and there it is. Okay? And there we have our photo. All right. So now it's on our Google Drive. Now we want to make sure we put it into the Jostens image library. Okay? So with that, we're going to go over to the Jostens page. We're going to log into Yearbook Avenue. All right? Once we're here, we want to go to Create, and we want to go to the image library. Before we put any images on our page, we have to put them into the image library first. Okay? And again, you'll see folders that match the ones inside our Google Drive over here to the left. So we're going to go to the practice page images, and I'm going to make a folder for myself. I've already made one for Avery, so I'm going to make one for myself, and you guys should do this too. onto the practice page. So we're going to click on this icon right here, this new category. And the category name, I'm going to call this one, do the same things I did in Google. I'm going to call it M Varka. So this gives me my own little folder within the practice page. Okay, so I'm going to go here, click on my folder, and you know it's your folder because you'll see the title right here. And I'm going to click upload. And I'm going to upload from Google Drive. And just kind of click through Google Drive. It's going to ask you to log in. I'm going to go into my Cherry Creek account. You need to be in your Cherry Creek account to get in here. All right, so now we have our access to our Cherry Creek Google Drive. All right, so I'm going to go to our publications folder. I'm going to change this view. And we're going to go to the View Yearbook, Student Folders, and just kind of work our way back. Monarch Practice. I'm going to grab this guy, hit Select. And there's our photo. Now it's ready for us to use on our page. So that is kind of the 5-step process to getting our photos in the right place. So remember, we want to rename the photo properly with our last name. We want to save it to the Google Drive in a corresponding folder that is easy to find. If you're not sure, please ask me or ask one of the editors where they should put it. Okay? And then we need to upload our photos to Google Drive. Or pardon me, to Monarch in the proper folder here on the left using the image library. Okay? Again, if you have any questions, please let me or an editor know, and we will gladly help you out.